Hi again, everybody. Welcome back, Newcastle Fans TV. Sorry, it's a little bit dark here. My light bulb has just popped. Right, so we're going to be talking about, because we missed this off yesterday, and obviously because we're focused more on the game, we're going to be talking a little bit about Ivan Toney, a little bit of club news as well. So let's begin with Ivan Toney first of all. I'm actually delighted that he's got his move. As you know, I've been saying the last couple of weeks that he's too good for the 23s. Yes, he's a man on fire. You know, he's been scoring goals left, right and centre for the under 23s. He's got 5 and 2 and he's got 6 in pre-season as well. So the man is on fire. And I am slightly disappointed he went to a League One side, but he will be playing for a League One side who expect to come up promoted, Wigan Athletic. I would have liked to see him in the Championship, I'm not going to lie, but I'm happy that he's rather been out there on loan, rather being stuck in the under 23s because he's too good for the under 23s. I'm absolutely delighted for Ivan. This is what he's actually said about joining Wigan. It's a great club and an attractive club to be at, which has some fantastic facilities. So that's the main reason I decided to come here. Everyone knows that Wigan should be in a division above the one they're in, and hopefully I can help them to achieve that and get them to where they need to be. You know, so he's happy that he's got his move. You'll start most games, and hopefully he goes and bangs 20 odd goals in, because it'll be fantastic if Adam Armstrong can do it in the Championship and Ivan Toney can do it in League One. That'll help with Newcastle next season. Look at the youngsters. Now we're going to just quickly come off and touch upon that. Now you who are eagle-eyed might have seen on the pinned comment I put on yesterday's video in the review that DeAndre Yedlin, he's going to be missing between 2 to 3 weeks. Rafa has said that he will be missing, which leaves the right back position up for grabs for the Spurs and probably the next weekend after. So the favourite is Javier Manquillo. You would expect him to play at right back. I don't think Jesus Gamas will personally. Is that a concern for you? Are you pretty happy with that? Let us know in your thoughts down there below. Now, just coming off Newcastle quickly, Arsene Wenger has said today that he expects Lucas Perez to leave the club. Now, his agent has been mentioning the clubs like Deportivo and Fenerbahce and so on, but he has said there is a little bit of interest from the Premier League, but he hasn't gone out and named Newcastle. Now, I hate talking about transfers, but this is one guy I'd actually like to see come in. He's 28, and will Newcastle play 13, 14 million from? Personally, I would, because he gives you options. You can play up top, you can play in a 2, you can play in the 10, and you can also play out wide as well. And I think he will score goals. He's proven that. Despite the little game time that he had at Arsenal, he went and bagged a hat-trick in the Champions League. You can't be an average player if you're doing that. You know, so there's a lot of clubs after him. Newcastle, well, you know, I would love to get him, but will probably not. I can't say it. Finally, Jonjo Shelvey has admitted that Rafa Benitez has been looking at alternative tactic. Interesting, this one. So what we mean by that is when Newcastle play on the counter, which we did against Wolfsburg, we sit back and hit them on the counter with a flying pace on the wings. Shelvey has mentioned that when we play against like the bigger sides, Newcastle have looked at that tactic. That's not massive surprise, to be honest with you, because there's going to be times when other big sides have loads of possession, which Shelvey has mentioned, when Newcastle are going to be under the cosh. You're expecting the likes of Spurs, we got first game of the season, to have loads of possession, and then all the big guns like Chelsea, Liverpool, the 2 Manchester clubs, you know, so expect to be under the cosh in Newcastle, even at home, to hit them on the counter. I think that's to be expected. Personally, I don't think this season it's all about survival. I don't think it's going to be pretty. We're not going to blitz teams. We're going to be ugly. We're going to grind out wins. Kind of similar in the Championship. But Newcastle have space in behind where they did in the Championship, because clubs coming up at St James's Park were sitting 9-10 men behind the ball. Whereas Premier League sides will be putting 6-7 in front of the ball rather than doing that. So Newcastle will have space in behind. But yeah, that's been the news. Thanks very much for watching Newcastle Fans TV. Sorry it's dark again. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.